bright lights feel hot on my face as I stand by myself at the stand, smiling big even though cameras are snapping pictures all around. This is the big moment. The launch of my dream company. Something I've wanted since I was a kid. My heart is beating super fast as I look at the special seats up front, 5 of them empty and staring back at me. I saved those spots anyway, and put little cards with their names on them. Mama, Papa, Peak. Like I thought maybe this time things would change. Miss Stone. A newsperson shouts from the front, holding a notebook ready. Who gave you the idea to start your business? The question just sits there. My neck feels tight as I grab my water cup, taking a quick sip to think. All around me, the fancy room in the fancy hotel is waiting, with 200 important people leaning in to hear. I put the cup down, my fingers shaking a tiny bit on the cold glass. Well, I say, my words coming out quieter than I planned. It started from feeling like nobody remembered me. The whole place gets really quiet. Cameras start clicking like crazy, catching the second my happy face breaks a little. I don't let tears come. I figured out a long time ago that crying doesn't fix anything in the Stone family. A memory pops up in my head without me asking. Me at 12, sitting with my legs crossed on my room floor, holding a play microphone tight. I'd saved up my pocket money for 3 weeks to get that microphone. A cheap fake one with a wire that didn't plug into anything. But when I talked into it, I pretended my words went out to folks who really wanted to listen. And in big news, I said softly to my stuffed toys lined up like a crowd, Lila Stone is here to say that if you try hard, your wishes can happen. Loud cheers came from the living room below, my papa's deep voice booming through the house. Did you catch that? That's my kid. That's a real Stone guy. More football clips. Peak's second-year match against the other school, shown on our TV at least 2 times every week. I held the microphone closer to my mouth, talking a bit louder, wanting to end my pretend show. My room door opened a crack. Mama stuck her head in, putting a finger to her lips. Sweetie, can you be quieter? Your brother's game clips are playing, and your papa is trying to watch. I put the microphone down. But I get it, dear. Her smile didn't look real happy. How about later? You know how key these game videos are. The door shut softly. Later never happened. It never did at home. Peak's matches. Peak's prizes. Peak's tomorrow. Those were what the Stone family talked about most. A boy keeps the Stone name going. Papa told me once when I asked why he skipped my school talking contest. He'd messed up my hair like I was still little instead of 14. Your brother has big stuff to handle. Lila, you're the fortunate one. Fortunate. I think about that word in my head as I stand on this stage years after school, seeing the news folks write down what I said about feeling left out. It's kind of funny in a weird way. I learned to talk in quiet voices after that day at 12, learned to wish in secret, to speak softly into that play microphone even after it got broken. The fake part split. But my letters, LS, still cut into the side. I'd picture people out there leaning close because they cared about what Lila Stone said. If I did enough, they would see. If I got really great, even the Stone home would have to notice me. I believed this like a kid does. Then as a teen, then as a grown-up. Figuring out why they ignored me made it hurt less, I thought. Being the girl who got it while Peak asked for everything became who I was, my thing to carry. Last year of high school, I sat at our kitchen table with school papers all over. The best news school marked in red. Papa, I want to go here. They have the top program for sharing stories. He hardly looked up from his drink. That won't buy you meals, kiddo. What about something useful? Like business? Your papa's correct, Mama said, touching my hand. Those talking degrees are just fun stuff, really. Maybe pick something useful, sweetie. I signed up anyway. Got in with some help money. Watched my parents take Peak to his far school for his full help ride and welcome day. Boxes all ready. Everything fresh. We'll give what we can, Papa told him. But with your help money, you won't need a lot. My some help money left a big $20,000 hole. When I showed them the numbers, Papa's face got mad. That's tons of cash for a degree that might go nowhere. Lila. I went to a nearby school instead, doing late jobs at the school drink spot, making my first talk show on stuff I got bit by bit from old shops. That night after signing up, I sat on my bed and spoke softly into my used microphone. Checking the sound, my words were stronger than at 12, maybe less full of hope, but way more ready to try. If nobody will hear me, I said to the empty space, I'll find ones who will. Years later, with lots of listeners every month, I stand on this stage, looking at those empty seats one more time before I keep going with my big talk. The words come out strong and clear, growing from that quiet in my kid room to fill this busy place. They didn't show up, but lots of others did. That night, hot air rises from the big coffee machine as I make another drink, my third strong one tonight. The clock says 2:17 a.m., 3 hours left before I close up and go home to fix tonight's talk show part. Another late night stone? Maria, the boss, leans on the counter, counting the day's extra money. Her silver hair shines in the dim light as she sorts the cash into piles. 500,000 folks don't make their own shows. The happy feeling in my words still seems new, like shoes not worn yet. Maria makes a soft whistle. 500,000, wow? Your parents must be super excited. My hands stop on the coffee tool. They don't really know. What do you mean they don't know? 500,000 people hear you each week and your own mom and dad aren't part of them. I shrug, pressing the coffee bits down like I always do. They're busy. Peak's last year at his school. Every weekend they drive hours to see his games. What I don't say, they've come to my home just once in 2 years. Papa spent time checking my building's safety, while Mama worried about the milk in my fridge. They said no when I wanted to show them my simple setup in the extra room. Just a small space with soft pads stuck on walls and a stand I made from store parts. Last week, I sent them the link to the part that got popular. I focus on the coffee coming out into the cup. Mama messaged back. That's good, sweetie, 3 days after. No sign she heard it. Maria's hand rests on my shoulder. They're missing out, kid. The doorbell rings as someone comes in. The talk stops there, but her words stay in my thoughts as I end my job. 3 weeks on, I'm driving the family car on the usual road to my old home for a holiday meal. Dry land goes on forever on both sides. The cool air hardly touches the ground. My hands grip the wheel tight as a sign for school football shows up, my brother's number big and clear. The Stone family path is full of cars when I get there. More family already inside, the smell of food welcoming me as I open the door with my bag. There she is. Uncle Rob yells from the sitting room. The job girl. Still doing that small sound thing? Talk show. I fix it without thinking, and yes, Papa comes from the kitchen, drink in hand, patting my back. She's got some hearers now. Fun thing is growing a bit, right, Leela? Some hearers. Last week, over 500,000 in one day. Where's Mama? I ask, putting my bag down. Upstairs. Go say hi. I go up the steps I know well, passing pictures of Peak and football poses over the years. My own end-of-school picture is at the end. Smaller, a bit crooked like it was put up last. I open my room door and freeze. The room looks all different. My small bed is gone. Now there are glass boxes with prizes. Shelves on walls hold balls with names and dates. Paper stories from news cover where my book spot was. My mama stands in the middle, cleaning a big prize. Mama? She turns, surprised. Oh, Lila, dear. I didn't hear you. Her eyes look around quick. We've been planning to tell you. With Peak maybe going big, we needed a spot to show his wins, right? My neck feels tight. Where's my things? In the storage, packed up good. She wipes her hands on her cover. We thought since you have your own spot now. I look at the walls for any sign of me. The word contest wins. My school news prizes. The framed front of the school paper I fixed. Nothing left. You could have checked with me. Well, you're never here. Always at that drink job. Always making your small tales. She touches my arm. Come help with the food. Everyone's ready. Downstairs, Peak is the center in the sitting room, telling family about his school wins. He just nods at me quick before going on with his story about a winning move. Later, as we sit at the eating table, Papa lifts his glass. To Peak, with big watchers seeing his every play. Soon we'll have a true Stone story to cheer. Glasses touch. My water stays on the table, not moved. After eating, I go to the storage, finding boxes marked Lila piled messy next to old cans. I look in one, finding my kid writings and saved prizes, now folded and bent. My phone makes a sound in my pocket. A message from a big group that's been wanting me for months. They're set to give a deal to share my stuff way more. The problem? They need money checks and someone to sign with me for the workspace. I go back to the house, finding Papa alone in the kitchen. Papa, I gotta talk to you about stuff. He looks up from cleaning plates. Be fast. Game clips are starting. I tell about the chance, the biggest for me, and needing a money sign. His face gets upset with each bit. So, you want me to risk my stuff on this talk thing? Lila, those online sound shows are just fun. What if it fails and I'm stuck? It won't fail. I have 500,000 hearers. This is my shot to... Your brother has big watchers at every game. That's true chance. This online thing? He shakes his head. Not steady. My hands make fists. I'm asking for a sign, not cash. And I'm saying no. When you have a true job with true future, then maybe. He turns away. Talk done. That night, in my old room, now a place for my brother's prizes, I sit on the floor between glass boxes. I make a real, true part on my phone that I never planned to share. This is what not being seen sounds like. I say quietly into the mic. This is how it feels when the folks who should see you best don't at all. Tears go down my face, but my words stay even. They're never going to see me unless I make them look. In my home the next night, I take family pictures off my table, putting them in a drawer. I sign the big deal with just my name, putting everything on my own sign. Teacher Wilson from the nearby school calls the next week hearing about my deal. I knew you were special, she says. Your words always told real stuff. Maria gives the drink spots back room for making shows after close. No cost until you're set. Alex Rivers, a tech person who found my show from a pal, messages about putting money in my idea for shows for girls. Your realness is special, he writes. I want to help make it bigger. The night I sign my first big money deal by myself, I sit in my home with papers around, my name the only sign on each. The broken play microphone from when I was a kid sits on my table, reminding me of quiet talks that turned loud. For the first time, I don't feel my family's not caring pushing me down. I breathe big, deep, free. They might never see me, but others will. A week on, the fancy glasses touch at my parents' eating table, a noise that came with every Big Stone family news since I can remember. Papa stands, full of happy, holding his glass tight like it might fly off. To peak, he says loud across the room. At last, a stone in the news. Big tryouts next month, can you imagine? Lots of eyes look at my brother, who smiles like he's used to it. Mama wipes tears while Uncle Fred pats Peak on the back hard, his drink almost spilling on Grandma's nice cloth. I smile and nod. My glass hardly touched. Nobody sees my phone shaking in my pocket. My helper with news that my show just got 1 million hearers a month. The big goal I've worked for years comes at the same time everyone cheers my brother's maybe job. Later, Mama finds me in the kitchen, putting plates away while all fawn over Peak's school clips in the sitting room. Dear, can you not talk about your job tonight? She puts dessert plates next to me. Your brother needs the attention now. The watchers are still deciding. I put the forks and stuff with careful moves. When is it my time for attention, Mama? She makes a tired sound, like she's good at saying no softly. You know how your papa thinks about true jobs versus fun. The word hurts like a hit. 1 million hearers. Lots of money from ads last time. A fun thing. Okay, I say. Short and quick. Aunt Paula stops me before sweet food, her glasses sliding as she looks at me. How's your small sound show, dear? Talk show. I fix it like I have 6 times, and it's good. We just got... Did you hear Peak might join a big team? She cuts in, turning to the sitting room. Your papa's so happy. 2 weeks on, I stand in my home, looking at the newspaper on my computer. My own business at 24. 5 shows I make, workspace in the city center, and 15 workers counting on me. The big event is next Thursday at the fancy hotel. 300 important folks said yes. I want my parents there. Not for money help. Not now. But because a kid part of me thinks they'll finally notice me. I write the message with shaky fingers. Mama and Papa, I'm starting my business next Thursday at 7 fancy hotel room. It's the biggest day ever for me. Please come. Love, Leela. I check my phone every hour for 6 days. The morning of the event, a message comes. Sorry, dear. Peak's big game tonight. Your papa says good luck with your stuff. Love you. I read it 3 times before putting my phone down on the sink. The mirror shows a lady in a nice suit, eyes shiny with tears not fallen. I blink them away, put on more eye stuff, and practice my talk again. The fancy room shines with big names when I go on stage that night. 5 empty chairs look back from the front, each with a small card and a name. Mama, Papa, Peek, Aunt Paula, Uncle Fred. I swallow hard as the light finds me. Thanks for coming tonight, I start, my words steadier than my heart. My business is a new way for online tales. The talk goes smooth until a news guy from a big paper asks in the questions part. Miss Stone, he says, who gave you the push to start your business? The question hits hard like a punch. I look at those empty chairs, then at the waiting people. Well, I say quietly, it started from knowing how it feels to be left out. A quiet falls over the place. Cameras click fast. I see knowing in the eyes of the ladies watching me, girls who know what it's like to be skipped over. My phone rings at 11:42 that night as I take off my shoes in my hotel room. Papa's number shows on the screen. Are you trying to make us look bad? His voice is loud right away. No hello. Your small words are everywhere online. Your brother's team friends are asking. Which words, Papa? My voice stays even, which surprises me. That silly stuff about being left out. Like we haven't helped you all your life. I sit on the bed edge, suddenly tired from acting okay. If you feel bad, maybe there's why. You think folks care about your small shows? His voice gets like he doesn't care. This isn't sports, Lila. This isn't true. Lots do, I say back, the realness making me stand tall. Just not you. The phone is quiet for 3 beats. Your mama's sad, he says at last. By morning, the video is everywhere. Lady Business Starter tells real about family stuff, says one title. My messages fill with notes from ladies sharing same tales. My work friends meet in my workroom the next Monday, worry on their faces. The group is concerned about the family side. Mike starts, but Lucy stops him. They're not right, she says strong. Your real talk is your best thing, Lila. The numbers show it. She's correct. Here are numbers doubled fast. 3 big places want to work together. A ladies' group wants me to talk at their meeting. For the first time, I get the strength in my words, not even with being left out, but from it. 6 months on, I stand in my home, looking at the big magazine on my table. Young Stars list shines on the front. My picture is on a page, self-built storymaker, Lila Stone, changes talk shows, says under a photo of me alone in my city home, with making stuff around. My phone makes a sound with a message from Stone at email. Subject, we heard your talk with a big name. My heart jumps as I open it. Lila, your mama and I heard your interview yesterday. You did good. We're happy to see a Stone doing big in business. Warm feeling grows in me. At last, after years, they notice me. Then I read the end part. On a side note, Peek is having hard times after getting cut from practice. His kid's school cost is coming, and he needs help about $3,000 each month until he's okay. Since you're doing great, family helps family, yes? The warm turns cold and hard. I close the message without answering and flip the magazine over. Some stuff never changes, but I did. The message from my papa shines on my computer at 2 a.m. It's time laughing at me. 3 years of no talk broken by careful words about family, Happy ended with asking for $3,000 each month to help Peek. I run my finger over the screen, feeling just the cold surface. The home is quiet around me. My place, got with my wins. No sports prizes here. Just wins they never said good about and books they never thought I'd make. We're so happy with what you've done. My papa wrote. Happy. The word tastes bad, like old drink. A quick search online would have shown them my wins years back, but they waited until Peek needed cash. I write my answer slow, picking each word like money. Nice note of their new care. Short news on my next plans. Nothing about cash. I end with, I'm making something key instead of love. The pointer waits on send. One big breath. Click. In hours, his answer comes. Less nice now. Did you see the part about Peek's problem? 2 more messages that night. 5 the next day, each one more upset. Need showing through. I answer none. A week goes. The front desk voice comes through my work speaker. Miss Stone, your brother is here. My belly tightens. I stand, fixing my skirt with wet hands, let him in. Peek takes up the door of my side workroom, still looking like the top player. His fancy coat hangs loose on arms that once pushed past others. His eyes get small when he sees the city view behind me. Nice place, he says without smiling. Must be good. What can I help with, Peek? I point to the chair by my table, but he stays up. Papa's messages, you've been skipping them. I answered his first. Not about the key part. He walks a few steps, stopping at my book spot where my first mic is in a glass box. You know I lost my teaching job. The work area past my clear walls gets quiet. My team acts like they're not looking, but I feel them watching. I heard, sorry doesn't pay stuff. His voice gets louder. You've got tons of hearers while my kid eats quick food. What kind of aunt are you? The word aunt hits hard. Peak has a 9-year-old I've seen 2 times. Both times he was busy talking sports with Papa to show us right. You haven't called me his aunt since he came. The words come out fast. This isn't about that. He hits his hand on my table. This is about family, about helping when it's hard. When it was hard for me, where were you? My words stay calm like practice. When I did late jobs for school, when I started my business alone, that's not the same. Why? It just isn't. He stops. A girl? I say for him. Just the daughter? Heads look in the work area. I've talked louder without planning. This isn't how I wanted this talk. I breathe, getting calm. Peak, I made this while you got full help in big tryouts. While Mama and Papa went to every game and missed every big thing in my life. I stand taller, looking at him. You can say sorry, Peak, but don't make me your money machine. His face gets red. You've always been mad. No, I've always been not seen. I go to the door, opening it. We're finished here. That night, phone alerts come lots. Peak's online post about mean sisters who forget their roots is getting big. My papa's number calls 7 times. I let each go to message. My mama's note comes just before midnight. Lila, dear, family cares for family. Your papa and I gave you all we could. Her voice breaks. Peak needs your help. He's family. I erase it. By morning, the fixed tries have started. A maker I met at a meeting calls, saying my papa asked about family worries that might hurt my job. 2 money folks get same contacts. My papa has found every link to the story world he can. My team meets in the talk room without asking. Strong care in their eyes like quiet fires. They're trying to push you through workways, my work leader says, giving a printed list over the table. These are all the asks we've got. How to handle. My helper's pen waits over her book. I look at their faces, folks who picked me, who see my worth without family. Tell them the same, my business says it all. End. My teacher calls from far city that day. Your brother's talking lots online. Need help? Just your keep going care. You've had that. He waits. You know you're right, yes? Lines matter. The good words cover me like protection. Thanks. The work speaker buzzes 3 days on. Miss Stone, your mama on the line. My finger shakes over the button. I push it. Mama? Lila. Her voice sounds smaller than before. I wanted to call myself, not through your papa. That's new. She makes a tired sound. Sorry we missed your big day. I should have gone. The sorry waits between us, surprise and not full. I wait. Your papa doesn't know I called. She clears her neck. Peak is mad you won't help, and you? I'm trying to get it. A long wait, the stuff you said in that talk. About being left out. Was it really so bad? The question shocks me. Years of not being seen, and she asks if it was so bad. Do you remember when I was 12 and you said be quiet because Papa and Peak were watching game clips? That's just once, Lila. It was every time. Quiet goes on over the phone. When she talks again, her voice is harder. We tried our best. Your best was for Peak. I breathe past the tight in my chest. I have a meeting, Mama. After I end, my helper knocks soft. Your cousin called. She said your uncle asks about what really went on. The perfect Stone family look starts to break. Small cracks growing from the true spot. That night, I stand at my home window looking at city lights. My phone buzzes with a message from my papa. This isn't how Stones act. I write back the only thing that counts. Then I'll be a Stone my way. I block his number before it sends. Then Mama's. Then Peak's. One by one, I shut the online doors. They only opened when they wanted from me. The quiet after feels not empty. It feels just like being free. The message comes at 2:17 a.m. a week on. My computer lights the dark room like a light, pulling me from almost sleep. Papa's name is bold. With subject, your nephew misses his aunt. I look at the top, counting breaths. 1 count, 2 count. My helper calls this a calm way. I call it getting through my family. When my beat is steady, I open it. Lila, your mama and I hope you come for food next Sunday. Peak is having a bad time with splitting up. His kid asks about you. Don't you think you should show good as his aunt? Family cares for family. You remember how we gave up for you. The laugh I make sounds odd in the quiet home. Gave up. Like letting me go to nearby school while getting Peak a new ride was some big parent win. I don't answer. 3 more messages by morning. Mama's ask says, "Our little guy having trouble, forgetting Peak is grown." Papa's next reminds Stoneways include helping each other. The last from Peak has a photo of his kid with a ball, saying he wants to meet his winning aunt. The trick is so clear it should be funny. Instead, it squeezes my chest hard. My phone rings in the morning work talk. Tina James, my best asker, lifts a brow as I quiet it. "Family again?" She asks when others go. "They've found I have cash." I move my notes, not looking. "You know, that talk you did last week about family away is popular. Folks like your tale." Tina's voice gets soft. "News folks ask about your helpers. The work whispers have started. 3 news writers messaged about why my family never shows at my events. A story writer asked straight about the hidden tale behind my business. I could say the real, I say. The words taste like maybe. I could tell all just who they are." Tina touches my arm. "You could? But is that the words you want the world to hear?" The question stays with me home that night. My home, the one I got without sign help, without family, feels different tonight. Less safe and more like a fight spot. On my table is the plan for next week's making times. Tomorrow's spot is empty, saved for special stuff. The next night, I turn on my mic. The red light blinks, waiting nice. Unlike my family, it's always there when I need. This is a special part. I start, my words steadier than my hands. Names and details change to keep private. I stop, thinking what next. The want to name them burns bad in my neck. To make them face what they did. To let lots hear how the great Henry Stone and his sports star son treated the girl who won on her own. But that would make me what they say. Mad and not thankful. Today, I want to talk about being the girl always cared for last. My words go low, just over quiet. The one who learned to wish quiet because her words weren't worth hearing. For the next hour, I talk without notes. About the 12-year-old with a play mic, about school signs and changed rooms, about big events with empty spots. Never do I say my papa or brother. Instead, they become a parent who saw only boy ways, and a brother taught the world gave him all. The strength is in what's not said. In the tale itself, so known to many ladies who see the same. When I end, I sit quiet for minutes before sharing. The file goes up with a simple name, the words they skipped. By morning, 1 million gets. By night, 5 million. In 2 days, 10 million folks heard my tale, without family names. The first call is from Papa at work, voice shaking with mad. "Take it off," he says. "Folks know it's us." "Is it?" I keep talk easy. I never said any name. "Everyone will think. Only if it seems like you." The word feels odd. "Far and not close. Only if it seems like what you'd do." He ends. Mama tries next. Tears in her shaky voice. "We've always cared, Lila. How could you say hurt stuff?" "I didn't say it was you, Mama." Her quiet says all. Peak messages 1 line. True family wouldn't share bad stuff. I don't answer any. In days, big news takes the tail. The hidden reel behind business starter says 1. Forgotten girls talk out, says another. My messages fill with thousands from ladies, sharing same not seen tales. Work friends send quiet good words. My workers go with new goal, getting now the reason for our work to make quiet voices loud. Later, I sit at my table checking week numbers. The part is our most got ever. Notes come lots on our spot. Each like I thought only me. An alert shows on screen. My brother posted online. A long mad about not loyal sisters and family care. I close without reading more. His words don't count now. Instead, I open a new page and start writing back to one message from a 16-year-old girl who said, "How do I find my words when no one at home wants to hear?" My answer comes easy now. Not from mad or get back, but from sure knowing my own value. Start with quiet talk. I write, then say louder each day. The right folks will hear, even if not the ones from birth. I put my name and send, feeling the last hold go away. The family who skipped my words for years can now hear with all or not. For the first time, their pick doesn't count. The morning sun comes through my home windows, making a yellow shine on the wall of prizes. 3 years since that big news meeting. 3 years since I blocked them. I run fingers over bookbacks, ones I got one by one. Each a small fight against the kid home where sport prizes were the only wins to show. My city home buzzes with happy quiet. A safe spot made all my way. My business is on the top of a clear building near here. 15 shows now. Lots of gets each month. Numbers that should be big. But what hits me most this morning is the quiet, how nice it feels after years of trying to be heard. The alert sounds. A new email. I almost move it until the subject gets me. From Peaks Kid, my drink cup stops halfway. I haven't heard that in my home for years. Dear Aunt Lila. The note starts. I'm Tyler. I'm 12 now. I heard your show about not seen girls. I think I get why you don't talk to my dad. Our family was mean to you. I want to be different. Can we meet? Just us. My finger waits over erase. The Stone Way. Reach when they need. But he's 12. Just a kid. I pick a drink spot near my work. Open. Short. Safe. 2 days on, he sits across. All long arms and not sure smiles. Peaks face shape, but nicer eyes. He holds a small box wrapped in funny paper. Dad doesn't know. He says, giving the box to me, Mom helped find this. She said you might want it. The paper makes noise under my fingers. Inside is a small fake mic, split on one side, old tape keeping it. My letters LS, cut in with a pin during a boring day when others watched sports. Where did you get this? My voice stops. Mom found it in Grandpa's storage when cleaning. She said yours. Years fall away. I'm 12 again, saying tales into this junk toy, thinking someone would care. I hear all your shows, Tyler says, playing with his drink stick. The one about not seen girls made me sad. Dad never says about you, but I hear him and Grandpa fight about you when they think I'm gaming. Something lets go inside me. For the first time in years, tears make things blurry. Thanks for this. The words hard past the tight. Can I ask something? Tyler leans in. How did you know your words counted when no one heard? The question hits just like I know. This boy has the stone not seen thing, not the favorite, the watcher, the quiet. I reach over holding his hand. I didn't know if it counted. I just knew I'd be gone if I didn't use it. Dad says play sports, but I want to write tales. Words fast, eyes checking me. You don't have to be like others, Tyler, I say. Just hear and say real. That's all words need. His smile comes like morning sun. Can I learn to make them someday, like you? When ready, I say. I'll show you. That night, I put the broken mic on my shelf between my big prize and the magazine story. The difference surprises me. Fake toy by Shiny Win. Start and end. I start my own note-making, the one no one else hears. Not every hurt needs sorry to fix. I say quiet, holding the mic in my hand. Sometimes the best free comes from knowing how strong quiet made you. I stop, thinking of Tyler's real face. And sometimes fix comes through the ones who saw and picked better. My phone sounds with a voice note from a new number. I started making my own tales. Aunt Lila Tyler's words, clear and full of hope. I smile as I hear. The loop breaks, not with loud but quiet.